How are you doing? It's been a minute since I streamed. Thanks for popping in on no notice whatsoever. Let me see if I can fix my monitor here. There we go. It was a little cattywampus. Hi, Pegasus. All right, so I spent the last 2 days up in the mountains with my family, and I knew, because this is like the first time I've ever taken time off for a video game release or the beta anticipation coming out. I knew it was going to happen while I was gone, so got home late last night. I was like, I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted, been driving all day. So this is literally, aside from loading it and then realizing I didn't have the name fix in for like the competitions and stuff like that, and making my manager face from my webcam. This is literally I guess you could say it's the second time I've loaded the game. So I'm gonna start a save with Sterling Albion because they're not doing so great in real life. But as we go through it, we'll just take a look at some of the things. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really spent a lot of time looking at all of the changes just because there's been so many. Let's do an advanced setup, I guess. Sure. That I just went, you know what? Like, let's just see what happens. I know training is way different. I know tactics is way different. The screenshots of the training make me a tad nervous. Anybody know why the Hyundai A-League is a nation of interest for Scotland League 2? Anybody? Anybody know? I look colorful. Oh, okay, yeah. Right, so I'm just gonna do, let's see, what's nearby? What's nearby? Let's do some Northern Ireland, even though I don't know if we'd ever pick up players from there. Ireland, because they're nearby. I'm trying to keep it simple. Maybe some Iceland? Sure, we'll do some Iceland. I always like to go as far down as possible in the leagues. Okay. I don't think we're going to be picking up players from Italy, if I'm being honest with you. Same thing with Spain. All right. Do not add key staff. Add players to playable teams, because we don't want to have all grayed out teams in some of like the lower divisions. Okay, starts on June 25th. Small database, should run fast, which is good for streaming. I actually have, I didn't do the logo packs. I was in a rush, Roe Custard. I whatever, like I don't like the metallic looking ones or anything like that. I just like the standard looking logo packs. That look correct. So I'll do that, I guess, afterwards. I use the Passion for FM name change thing, so we'll see if that works, because I've not looked at it. I disabled the fake name files and all that kind of stuff for Germany, and I think it's like the Korea League or something like that. So I did all the name change stuff. I guess I haven't changed the logos. All right. Well, I mean, that's just, if that doesn't scream American to you, I don't know what would. We're gonna suggest, I'm just gonna leave it. Suggest badge based on where we're at. I'm here to rescue. I should go get. I have a scarf and a kit for Sterling. I should be wearing it, but let's start playing. What's up, FPL today? Off the woodwork. Pegasus, Macker Mate, Damian Liu, Mike DeToco, Adam Adeleke, Gregory, Bros. It's bros, my friends. Welcome in. Can you guys hear me okay? Does this sound okay? Can you hear me? Yes. Ian Fife, how you doing? I was so frustrated. Hey, Hooch Hogan. Was frustrated last night. Got back. Unloading the car. My 2-year-old is having a complete meltdown. If you have kids, you understand what I'm talking about. It's like, it's late. I didn't get a good nap. I'm melting down. And I went to grab her out of her crib to, like, calm her down. And I grabbed too fast. And I ended up jamming my finger, like, into the crib. Where it is, like, instead of doing this, it is now right at the tip at like a 45-degree angle. I thought I dislocated it. It was good. So now we got a little splint action, little ice action. So it's all good. It's all good. Eduardo, how you doing? Karul Arif, hey. You're 2 hours away from Sterling. Nice. Yeah, I was like, Pegasus, some of the people in my Discord were essentially saying, like, so is that like an orange injury? Like, what's the inbox say after, you know, when you, after the game? Are you going to be out for a week? Culture left foot. How's Singapore, mate? All right. Welcome, Sterling. Yeah, let's attend the meeting. I'm just going to look at this. Again, first time looking at it. This looks all the same. Okay. I'm already familiar because I'm a fan of Sterling. I don't want philosophies. No thanks. Yeah, let's have a press conference. This looks all the same. I mean, it's very purple. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's... You're well aware of that if you looked at anything about the beta. It's very purple. I don't mind it. You know, I guess we'll have to see how it looks moving forward. But I'm now going to hand the meeting over to your goalkeeping coach, who has got a few things... But shouldn't be my assistant. Do we not have an assistant? I guess we can take a look. Okay. Yeah, give me a second opinion. Oh, I guess we've set up a friendly. I didn't actually intend to do that. Okay, I should probably read these as we're looking at it. Would you like me to send it to you? Yes, please. Yes, I wanted the opinions. Would you like me to arrange a meeting with the rest of your staff? Yes! Do we have more staff members? Okay, this is, I think, different. Would you like to provide a report on the players whose contracts are expiring within the next 12 months? No. No. So, okay, let's, oh, that's per year. Okay, hold on. Is that a preferences thing? Does anybody know? Is the 22.5K per year, shouldn't it be weekly? Isn't that a thing? Is that a preferences thing? Okay, hold on. Okay, there it is. It's per week, right? Like, that's how things work. I've got it set to euros because I do so many different saves all over. Like, I had the MLS save, if you haven't seen that, and it's like, I did that in dollar. It's just easier if I do everything in euro. Okay. I was like, for half a second, I was like, they're paying their manager 22,500 euros a week. No wonder the club's in trouble. Yeah, whopping 425. Yeah, lads. Okay, here we go. This is what's different. Tactics induction. Tactics express how you want your team to play. The key aspects of tactics are outlined below. Blah, blah, blah. Mentality and team instructions. Yes. Okay. Okay. Formation and play role. So that is all the same, but obviously I know it is much more complicated. What's up, Gecko? How you doing? Let me know in the comments. Have you all played the beta? And what are your thoughts thus far? Because this is my first look at it. If you're joining us a little bit late. Or not late, but it's not like this was scheduled. I've been live for 9 minutes, so it's fine. Okay, so a little bit of a... Whoa, hold up. Okay, you're telling me there's a tutorial? There's a tutorial? It's time to talk tactics. I guess this is Craig. It's just a blacked out figure. You can't tell who to begin with. You'll be given some options under which to build a tactic. Once you're finished, I'll be back to help you with a few more things you want to consider. Okay, so it's going to ask me to do this. I should probably have already looked at my squad first before they did this. That'd be my opinion. Like, it should say, like, here's the thoughts on the squad before you go, like, I'm guessing we can't do tiki-taka. We're at Sterling. So, sure, I guess we'll try it. Okay, so it shows you the overview. Did I click OK? I meant to, hold up. Okay, yeah. Next. Let's go look at the squad first. And then we can come back to this. Okay. New signings and transfer obligations. Okay, so we picked up Jason Marr, Mark Stewart, Kevin Moon, Danny Jardine, Jordan Allen, Dominic Doherty, Kevin Fell, Callum Ferry, and Neil McLaughlin. All names that I know from watching the Twitter feed of Sterling Albion, as they are, I think, 8th or 9th in the table currently in League 2. Unfortunate. All responsibilities, okay. Scottish transfer window. I mean, it looks nice. I like that we got some updated images, and you know, it looks fresh after looking at FM18 for so long. This looks all the same. I'm not going to look at it in too much depth. Visit the scouting center. Okay. We've got a 4.4K budget. Oh, I can't remember if you could change this from this screen in FM18, but I like that you can do it here. We're just scouting our league. Do we want a youth package? I think we do. That's 4.4, 1.3, and 2.7 would be 4. Yeah, let's do that. Boom. Okay, same little message as it goes, Okay. Hey, Patrick. Glad to do my part, my friend. Okay, we're going to come back to this. Let's go take a look at the squad, lads. All right. That's... that's not a very deep squad. It's my first interpretation. It's like, oh, that's, please tell me there's more. Oh, this... Okay. All right. Does anybody have any favorite? I've been using what is it? The view. I've been using Loki Doki's view, but I guess it's not loaded for this. What do I typically add in here? I've usually got the morale, last 5 games. I want their average rating. That's over here. I usually have that somewhere in this space. Apps. Okay, I need what is it? How do I change this? Can I just right click? Okay, insert column. I want their assistant coach card ability, and I kind of think that should be a thing that's already on there, to be honest with you. That seems a bit strange that that's missing. So we'll switch. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's... Can I switch? Oh, see, this is... I still don't like this part of Football Manager, where it's like, what are you doing? Yes. Do a Wolves. Like Wolverhampton. The Wanderers. You want a Wanderers save? Huss. I usually have other, like, stats. What is chalkboard? Anybody? This is new to me. Anybody know what stats general versus chalkboard is? I guess it's career. Okay, nobody cares about that. Okay. So like minutes, is that the season? I like that. I like that because I've been asking for on the, like on the, this page, if I could, oh, they still don't have it. Drives me insane. There should be a minutes column so that you know if somebody has 28 substitute appearances, are those all 3 minutes at a time or are they 45 minutes at a time? They did revamp the tactics. I just haven't gotten there yet. I'm trying. I guess I can look at this later, but, okay, mistakes, movement. Okay, you could put all this in there. Okay, I don't like that. It's way stretched out. Can I grab? Come on. Come on. Everybody come over. Why is it like that? Oh, jeez. What is... Oh, goodness gracious. What is happening? Still think this is a tad bit broken. That's weird. Is there like a button where I can just do columns? Like give me the column sizing. What is this button here? What is this button here? Okay, so that's still a tad broken, lads. I'm just trying to scoot it over to make it a little bit easier to grab. I have to grab it from this end? Oh, there's the appearances. I'm confused. What? You'd think getting columns set up would not... I mean, look at this. This is absurd. And it takes the last 5 games, but not the actual column. Okay. Auto, right-click, auto resize. Oh, are you a legend? Auto size all... But that's what auto size all columns does. It does it. Auto size this column. No, see? What in the... Oh, and I can't... We're gonna move on, I guess. Let's see, can I click off the screen to come back, and can I then do something? I cannot. Remove this column. Oh, that was right painful. What? Scoot over. All right. What? Let's throw that. Why? Why is it like this? Is this a beta thing? Am I just completely incompetent? I can't. Let's put the potential down here. Oh, gosh. There's not... so, like, this is me just testing the game out. Auto size this column, and it does that. Okay. Okay, now we've gotten... I vaguely remember this happening in 18, if I'm being honest with you. And I got really frustrated with the inability to grab the edge. I can't slide it all the way over. Is there a reason I can't slide it all the way over? All right, well, that's great content for you there. I'm surprised there's still people watching after we go through that. So, right. I got nothing for you there, my friends. We'll expand this out a little bit and break it all. All right, so we got 2 goalkeepers, 1 right back, 3 center backs, 1 left back. Okay, what is that? We have no one that can play, so we're not playing a 4-4-2 because we don't have anybody that can play midfield left. We take a attacking midfield, potentially right and left with Darren Smith and Neil McLaughlin. Goodness. Patrick, there's a significant drop-off in people buying this game because of this stream. Oh, that's probably true. Oh, and it doesn't... Why doesn't it carry over? Okay, I can copy that, and that's horrific. Great. I shouldn't... Okay, there we go. Okay, so Brian Hendry is going to be... Oh, jeez. I mean, we might as well move him to the senior squad because he could play right back. Oh, look at the... Oh, okay, so one of the things I usually change is the coloring of the attributes. But let's take a look. Cammy Benny. Yeah, because I would make, like, the 3s red and all that kind of stuff. Hashmere, how you doing? I'm doing well. For the columns, get all the ones you need, then resize, saves having to do it each time. Okay, I will do that off camera. But let's take a look. I'm assuming you could still do this in the interface. Is it interface where you change the colors or formats? No. Match. No, it wouldn't be match. Surely you could change the colors. More interface settings. We've already... Oh, there it is. Skin colors. All right. Low attribute is going to be a red. Like, I don't care really what color red. I just want it red. All right, let's try that. There, that pops out to me a little bit more. When you're like, ooh, look at the squad. Fisher, what's up? How you doing? Hey, if you guys are just coming in, if you're still watching, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so now we got we have 1.5 right backs. We got 3 center backs, a left. We only have 1 left back. How is that possible? When is our first game? Oh, great. We got a game in 5, or it's a friendly. But then, okay, this is new. That seems rather like a lot of space. Can I drag that? Apparently not. So it breaks it up by month. So when you're playing in like the Danish or some of the Scandinavian leagues like it did in the Journeyman last season, you can go like, wow, there's 24 games in 1 month. So you got the Betfred Cup. Okay. Why would you play a friendly amidst all this? So we have a little bit of time to go find. I mean, it's more about bodies, right? We need a left back. We have 3 center backs. In the reserves, we have some back. I would get Callum McDonald, but if I'm gonna play somebody, I want to play a youngster. I usually do age. That's usually useful. What is that under general? Age. There it is. Oh, there it is. Now we're filling it in. So that way you kind of know if you're playing a youngster or not. Is the hideous red-purple skin just because the team's kit color? Yes, would be my guess. I've not tried another team, but I'm guessing this red is because Sterling is red to go with the purple. But if somebody else has played the beta, if they could say something like, hey, I played with a team with a blue kit and it's blue, which might actually be worse. But, right. All right, so this is bad. Oh, gosh. Okay, so we got some decent options. Center back, we have no left back backup. Like, not even on the squad. Anywhere. So that's an obvious issue. Cammy Robertson, but I mean, he's... Okay. Right. So I was thinking 4-4-2 because it's low league football, right? But we can't play with a left midfielder. Neil McLaughlin can play here. Okay, you can see, you know, it's got the same looking role. I mean, some of the roles have changed, obviously, but same thing happens when you click that. You get your attack, your support options. It highlights different things. This is a lot of information going on here. Okay, red is the team. Yep. You guys are all... What a community. What a community. Jordan Allen. I mean, he's not bad. It's just... He's not the best. I do think it makes it a little hard just at first glance to look at these with the purple background. Like, I like the darker background of FM18. I always played with the dark skin to where it's highlighting these and you can easily go like, okay, I can see exactly where we fall short. Are all these people on first team contracts? No, he's a hot prospect. Cool. Mark Stewart. Boy, he looks like the angry lad, doesn't he? That picture is quite small too. Maybe it's because I was just using. Sorry, that was it. Did that come through on here? Someone sent me a old-fashioned Google Hangout. Okay, here we go. So Darren Smith has been injured all season, and that has kind of wrecked Sterling. Like, he's had some sort of a back problem, but he can't play winger. I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna line up here, unless I can find a left back. So okay, this is what it looks like. People are saying the red is because of the team. So if you got a different color team, then it changes, and all that kind of stuff. But goodness, 3 strikers, some attacking midfielders. We are light across the board. So, as it sits right now, we'd have to play a 4-2-3-1 or some kind of weird asymmetric 4-4-2 with an attacking left winger. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So let's go back and do, since if you guys haven't seen this, let's do the tactics induction. It could be instruction, it could be tutorial, but we'll call it an induction because that sounds complicated. 3-4-3. In League 2, not thinking that's going to be... Okay, do we want to control possession? Probably not. I mean, at this level, you have to think everyone else is probably just as bad as you. So, could we do gegenpressing? Could we do tiki-taka? You know, like, dominate possession, relentless pressing, Emphasis on moving the ball vertically rather than side to side. Anthony Vogel, yes, they did acquire the Bundesliga license for Bundesliga, and was it Zwei Bundesliga, the second division? I've read that that's messed up the third division and below. So you might have to do, like, wait for a database. Like, if you want to do FC Kaiserslautern, like I did in FM19 and the Journeyman, then you might have to wait for a custom database to come out that has those teams. But I have not confirmed that because I haven't looked at it. Hashmir, this is my first time loading it up, so I'm just getting to the tactics screen. 3-5-2, 4-4-2 direct passing, but I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody that can play left midfield. Looks to get quality crosses into the box, overloads the wide areas. Okay, that's interesting. So, like, putting the emphasis, if you're playing, I guess, a 4-2-3-1 on the wide areas, and I guess your fullback's getting forward to attack. Right one, quick transitions, direct passing. Fluid counterattack. Okay, soak up pressure, more expressive and fluid counterattacks versus soak up pressure and direct and structured counterattacks. Okay. Catenaccio, nullify the opposition's attacking threat. Highly structured defensive approach. Park the bus, low and structured defensive shape, restrict space in the final third. That's the 0-0-10 that Fergie SAFC 123 is wanting. Nothing too technical at this level. 9 players open up to the target, man. We don't have the... I'd love to do gegenpressing. We don't have the team to do gegenpressing with Sterling Albion. We don't have the depth. I don't think we're really going to be good at controlling. I'm thinking more like route 1, quick transition and direct passing. Let's try it. So this is all different. It shows you like what this looks like. I kind of like it. Okay, the aim is to try and play the furthest forward pass available with the intent to penetrate the opposition's penalty area as early as possible. Mentality is cautious. Okay. Okay. 9 sing the pings. Bert, you get the wrong streamer, man. Extremely direct passing. Okay. Hit early crosses. Play for set pieces. Be more disciplined. Slightly higher tempo. Narrow. Frequent. We got a typo, lads. We got a typo. I'm gonna open up a notepad so we can document bug reports here. Okay. Route 1 tactics screen. Frequently waste time. Typo. Boom! We are improving Football Manager as we go. Here we go. In transition, take long kicks, distribute to the target man, counter, regroup. Out of possession, defend narrower, lower defensive line, get stuck in, use tighter marking. If that doesn't sound like low league Scottish football, I mean, League 2 football. Let's see. Mark Stewart, how tall is he? 6'1"? I mean, can he do it? He could do a job at, I mean, compared to everybody else. Peter McDonald, not really. Oh, shoot. Okay. Apparently clicking away is bad. All right. Okay. And it gives you, oh, I like this. It gives you formation suggestions. So you get 4-4-2, 4-1. Okay. That it's calling this a 4-1-4-1 DM wide? Interesting. Because in the FM18, this would be called a 4-1-2-3 DM wide. And then you got 4-4-1-1. So we are probably going to do something like this. Gives us the 3 midfielders. We've got the wingers and gives us a target man. And we've got folks that theoretically can play DM. No nonsense fullback, I think, has replaced the defensive fullback, and no nonsense center back has replaced defensive center back. All right, I like that. I like that it gives you the suggestions. The created tactic will become the primary training tactic. This will be your club's tactical identity and will aid your assistant in setting up weekly training schedules. You may also create 2 alternate tactics to a journey, blah, 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 blah. Okay, same thing as last. I I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna change the cautious. Let's just look at the op. Okay, you can't change it. Okay. So it's showing you, it breaks it down. Okay. I can't click on any of this. It's showing, this is the induction, the tutorial. Instructions used in possession are for when your team have the ball. So it's showing me, if I was unaware of how this worked, in possession, in transition, out of possession, what are they going to do? So let's just click through this. And I like that you could set the defensive line and the line of engagement like on a slider. That is a nice change from FM18 where it's like deep defensive line, somewhat deep or whatever it was. I like that change. Okay. Let's take a look here. Okay. Oh, it's going to make me... Okay, each player, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Yes, we're aware of that. Gives you the fluidity option. This is... If you've never played Football Manager, this is hugely beneficial. Because I remember when I first started playing being like, oh, there's a lot here. And it was a bit overwhelming. So can I click this? Okay, so you click on that arrow, it bumps out the tactics screen. So in possession, extremely direct pass. I'm going to hit the early crosses, play for set pieces. That's a new thing. Attempt to win corners, free kicks, throw-ins. So like lots of flopping. Is this the Neymar button? Does anybody know? Should this be renamed? Is this a bug? Is this supposed to be the Neymar? Let me know in the chat if I should put that in as a bug report. Be more disciplined. You can change the time wasting frequently, slightly higher. Again, it's a slider. Or is it a slider? No, it's not. It looks like a slider, but it's really just chunks. Okay, that's not as exciting as I was hoping it would be. Transition. So if you've not seen this, when possession has been lost, do you want to counter press and it's going to show you where your players are going, like Liverpool-esque, go get him, or like run lads, run back to the defensive line. Sorry, that was offensive. When possession has been won, counter or hold your shape, like just hang tight, let them regroup. I don't know why you would do that. Distribute to the target man, take the long kicks. I really don't think our goalkeeper is going to be capable of doing that, but we'll try it. Out of possession, can you change this? Lower defensive line, standard. Okay, so it kind of shifts it as a group. That's interesting. Can I change? And you can change it individually. So like you could have a much higher line of engagement by keeping a lower defensive line, but that obviously is that's gonna leave you really open to lots of space. So you kind of you could really compact it down here, you know, putting 10 behind the ball, or you could kind of do this where it's a little bit like that. And we want our depth to be, or our width to be narrow or wide. We want to kind of compact in when they've got the ball. So I really like this change from Football Manager to where it depends on what's going on in the game. Who has the ball? If you just lost possession, if you got possession, if you're in transition, you can have different things going on. I like it. All right, here we go. Get stuck in. All right. Let's create a new tactic. We're going to do the same thing, but let's do direct counterattack and just see how that goes. Or is that's different than Route 1 because it's designed to soak up pressure. So it shows you the differences here. We're going to do the same thing, same formation, but okay, so it gives you the option of like wing back. That's a little aggressive. Let's take a look here. In possession. I just want to have two things that we're training here. Counter, distribute quickly. So what happens if you don't select anything? You just kind of hang tight? Interesting. Low defensive line, lone line engagement, gets stuck in. Pressing is higher. All right. Lovely. Oh wait a minute. How do I change their roles? How How do I change the rules? Anybody know? I can see this, but I want to change. Do I just have to do it here? Because if that's the case, I don't like that at all. Or oh, okay. Okay, there it is. Got it, boys. Apparently, Allen is more of a wingback anyway. We're going to leave him on automatic. McGeechee. Put him on support because he knows it. Central defenders. Oh, okay. I got to get used to this. And this is on the counterattack tactic. Let's go back to this other one because we have, I think, the maybe not. I was thinking he knew that a little bit better. We'll put him on attack. He knows that a tad bit better. Anchorman on defend. Jardine. Box to box. Okay, we're going to switch them around. Much better. Darren Smith. Interesting. I'm not going to worry about, unless the set pieces has changed drastically. Can you, okay. Go back, man, mark tall player. What about an attack? Are there different options for attack? Go forward, attack near post, mark keeper, lurk at far post, stay back if needed, lurk outside area. That looks pretty much the same, unless I'm remembering differently. What about free kicks? This all looks the same. See, off the woodwork. A no-nonsense fullback is essentially a defensive fullback. Interesting. Okay. So we've done that. And let's go to scouting. I like that this has changed. One of my big beefs with FM18 was this down here at the bottom. And how, depending on, like, if you already had 100% scouting on Ian Black, this box down here would be gone. And everything else would come in. Which meant if I was hitting acknowledge on players, and this box disappears, it shifts acknowledge over, and I would hit discard on someone. And I absolutely hated it. So I don't know if that's changed. We won't be able to tell right now because we don't have any scouting done. But yeah. So Ian Black is a midfielder. I mean, whatever. Sure. Let's offer him a trial. Oh, whoa. You can shift this around? Eh? What? You can shift it. I don't know why you would. But you can shift the stuff on the left around. Okay. Finances. We've got 600 to spend, lads. Okay, balance. This looks very similar. No chart yet because we just got started. Let's see. I'm gonna, how do I request? Okay. Isn't there a way that I can request I would like a left back? Yeah, I saw the fixtures list, Bert, with it's by month. So like if you're in some of the Scandinavian leagues, you have like 10 games in a month. It's crazy. How isn't that, there's a way you can say find me a left back, correct? This is something I always change. The doubtful. Pick up a lot more options that way. Okay. Like I could see this. Priorities. Nope. Assignments. Create new assignment. Okay, that's different because it was in a separate box. See you, Bert. Have a good one. Thank you, Joe, for the assignments. Okay, I want a... I don't really care. I want a left back. Any role. Just any role. 1 month. Let's just leave it. Start assignment. Let's see what happens there. Bob, were you saying, is there an option to make the background not as bright, like the purple? Is that what you mean? Because yes, I've not tried it. I believe it's under preferences and I think interface. And you say skin. We want dark. Let's just try it. See what happens. Okay, so now we just got the dark look. I'll be honest with you, I kind of like that better already. The purple isn't bad. It's just, I guess what I'm just used to. Like I was saying, well, this makes it a lot easier for me to tell the green from the dark than from the purple, like where it's got this stuff highlighted. So that's different for sure. All right, we know we need a left back. We know we need a left midfielder. Got the schedule we've looked at. We got the fixture list. Let's just hop forward and see what happens. Oh, okay. Oh, training. Okay. Joe Collins is running training. We should take a look. I know that's a big change. We should take a look at that. Okay. Training induction. 4141 DMY, familiarity. Okay, you got adequate training facilities. It's reminding you of all that. Okay, primary tech that defines the tactical identity of the club will help determine the type of training to plan. You're also able to select up to 2 other tactics that we train, blah, blah, blah. So that we know that you could train 3 tactics. This week, semi-pro, amateur, early. I'm guessing it means early in the season. Session, okay. There's different sessions. That is different. So to whatever day it is, endurance in session 1, and then outfield, and then quickness, and then resistance. Now, I'm sure there's going to be articles and videos about what that means. So this is all strength training, like the barbell looking thing. And this is like out on the pitch. But I'm not sure. I guess endurance increases strength, or no, maybe stamina. Quickness would be acceleration and pace. Resistance, who knows? But like, it seems complicated. And we have a game coming up. Okay, maybe it's going. It's probably going to explain it. Impacts vary depending on which unit a player is in. The unit which is the primary focus of a session will get the biggest impacts. You can devise your own tailored training schedules from scratch or choose from a curated list prepared by the coaching staff. Okay. You have units. So you got a goalkeeping unit, a defensive unit, and an attacking unit. Okay. So it's saying if you want to retrain a player's position. So let's say we want to take Kevin Moon and make him an attacking midfielder. We would move him to the attacking unit. And add, remove, reserve, or youth team player. Okay, so you could essentially bring some of those youngsters up to have them train with the first team without having to put them in the squad. Is that what that's saying? Because if so, I like that a lot. Because that was the problem I felt like in FM17 and 18 is I wanted to get some exposure and some tutoring done of the youngsters, but I don't want them to think they're going to play. But then you put them in the first team, in the squad, and they go, yeah, I'm not playing enough. And it's like, dude, I just want you to train. So that's cool. And I wonder if that impacts dynamics to where your defensive unit, their dynamics grow closer together than otherwise. Players that are asked to work together in mentoring groups might pick up personality traits from each other as well as playing traits. Okay, so there's now mentoring groups. This will be particularly useful for younger players who might learn a thing or two when being mentored by a more experienced player. Keep track of, this is individual training. You can keep track of players' performance and training. Each player is assigned to blah, blah, between 1 and 10. This rating takes their performance over the last 7 days of training into account. So now they get a training rating. I guess that's so you can yell at them and be like, hey, train better. You can decide which position each player should train in. This determines which attributes are improved through coaching. You're also able to assign extra individual training and control the intensity the player should train at. To help make sure players stay in great condition, you can know what level of training you want your players to take part in depending on their fitness levels, and I'll make sure to manage your training levels appropriately. Oh, I like this, because I used to have to always like rest players when you're afraid they're going to get injured, and now you can set up essentially brackets. If they're 60 to 69%, I'm assuming you can change the intensity down to like less or none or whatever. I like it. What do you guys think? Coaching team will help lead sessions on the training pitch. Better coaches will lead to better results in training. It's also important to keep an eye on their workload to make sure you get the most out of their expertise. Okay. I'm doing everything. And then we have a goalkeeping coach. Oh, wait, we have... Okay, Andrew Todd is... Okay. We'll have to take a look at it. Now that you're familiar with training, please select what you would like to take control of yourself and what we'd like to delegate out to your staff. Right. General training. I'm just... Because I want to get into a game, I just want the coaching staff to take care of everything right now. I wouldn't actually do this in actual save, but this is... We're just getting started here. So, if I was in charge of this, I could probably add this and all that kind of stuff. So, that's pretty cool. Nathan, I may stream it from time to time, but this is more me for a personal save because I'm a fan of Sterling Albion. So I thought I would... This is the first time I've loaded up the game and just taken kind of a first impressions, first look. How are the new region faces this year? I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming... Okay. They look small to me. Is it like that for anybody else? I mean, what do you... Is there any way to make that bigger? Maybe it's just that I'm used to... I use the DF11 face pack and... whatever it's called. Skin for FM19, which made the pictures really big, but like that seems quite tiny to me. All right, season expectations. Top half finish. Ambitious. I guess that's why they sacked Dave McKay. Reach the third round, second round. Attempt to be competitive. Let's do it. Okay, we just did the training induction because I clicked on it. Social feed. Montrose. We're not going to make any money. Why are we paying them when we only have... Oh, I get 294 grand in there, I guess. Oh, we offered a trial to a guy that is... Okay. Right. I need to download the logos. That's my takeaway. Squad dynamics. All right. Introduce myself to the squad. Want to introduce myself? Calm. Okay, that's different. I mean, it's the same, right? But just horizontal instead of vertical. I think we can finish top half because that's what the board wants. Okay, you don't like that. Let's make the playoffs. Okay. Yes. Sorry, lads. The board wants a top half finish. Maybe you should go talk to them. Okay, this looks all the same. Okay, training schedule changes. So they got rid of the we had a whatever that was, I can't remember now. Endurance training here, but we have a match now, therefore it's taking it away automatically. All right. They're playing a narrow 4-2-3-1. Oh, that's Clyde. Never mind. No injuries. Meet the media. Okay, let's see how different this is. Ross Murray from the Sterling Soccer Times. Oh, soccer. It's not Soccer Manager. It's because my manager is American, but I'm aware it's called Football Manager. Likely talking points. Well, that's curious. So it's telling you in advance what to expect talking points on. New job, relationship with the board, future chances, leadership style, Neil McLaughlin, Ross McGeechee. So, okay, that way, that was one of the beefs I had in the last game. You go like, I don't even know who that player is. So at least you can click on them and take a gander, I guess. The media are expected to touch upon your relationship with Stuart Brown, with particular focus on certain conversations the pair of you may have already had, so be careful with their line of questioning. A little advice. One journalist shows up to this giant room with it's just one guy with all these chairs going like, "Hey mate, sit wherever you want. Thank you everyone for coming. Anybody? Anybody? You in the front, Ross. Yeah, Ross. Okay, yeah." That's hilarious. I'm very excited. Great club. I can't wait to get stuck in. Do you feel the ambitions for the club are matched by the chairman? Absolutely. Do you feel the expectation has been fair and realistic? Yes. Okay, this all seems very familiar. What attracted you to Sterling? Okay. Tremendous potential in this club. I'm excited to have the chance to help everyone here realize that. Do you have any reservations about taking the job? This is where you want to be careful. None whatsoever. You don't have much of a reputation to speak of. Ba 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 ba. Can a little-known head coach such as yourself really run a club like this? I don't believe reputation has a part to play in this. New head coaches often bring about more times of upheaval. I mean, this seems like the same question. It's different looking. But and it's giving you, like, I guess if you got really aggressive or, you know, walked out or whatever, it would change your media handling. So I'm curious if that changes over time and what that does to the line of questioning, maybe. Everyone will have a chance to prove they were worthy of being here in that case. Are you likely to delve into the transfer market soon? We're not going to talk about that. The squad have the necessary quality for you to achieve your targets. Let's just go the neutral answer there. Have you met? It's live. Live? Interesting. That's so. Is this being like streamed on the internet? Have you met the players yet? And if so, what is the mood in the camp? They're excited for a fresh start. What role can the supporters play? Oh, the fans play a massive part. We're going to aim high. Why not? How hard do you expect to work with the players on the training ground? Okay, so that might be a slightly different question. Personality is old and boring. I just noticed that. Well, we are a semi-pro club, so it's not like we can train every day, I don't think. At least you couldn't in FM18. Embrace the hard work. Some of my coaches affirm so hands-on approach. Blah, blah, blah. It's the same answers. I think things work best when players feel valued as people as well as players. That's exactly what I said last Football Manager. I think that is the next step for this club. Sure. That's what the fans want. Okay, so they did ask about Neil McLaughlin. We'll need every player, not just one. Can I click on it and come back? What's his leadership? 8. Let's look at mental attributes. That apparently made the noise twice. I apologize. I don't know why. Hi, Paul. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, Ross is pretty far down there. Pizza and McDonald, but he's 37 and probably not going to play every game. Okay. You know what? We're just going to leave it for now. We're not going to talk about staff. We're not going to talk about transfer policy. Okay. Let's go take a look at the staff screen, see if that's different. So we've got the best goalkeeping coaching in the land, my friends. We don't have an assistant, so let's go ahead and place an advert for an assistant. Okay, that's why, I guess, if you were here at the beginning, the club chairman handed me off to the goalkeeping coach to ask some questions of me because, well, we don't have an assistant. And we can't get ahead of youth development because we've got a fitness coach and a goalkeeping coach, and we need an assistant coach. But we could use some scouts. So we don't even have a chief scout. Let's go for that first. And we don't have any physios. We have a head physio. Which one does the board want me to have? Okay, this looks all very similar. They want us to have a head physio and a physio. I agree. So this looks pretty much the same. Okay, all right. I do like the change up here with the angle. Like, it looks a little more modern. Pre-match technical briefing. Okay, looks good. Kind of the same. I mean, it looks slightly different. The squares look slightly different, but let's handle the briefing. I never handle the briefing personally, but we'll try it. Okay. We don't have an opposition report. That's good. See you, Mac or Mate. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to use the 4141 because we need to be very little reaction. Okay, this looks all the same. So I really don't care to keep doing this. I'm just going to hand it. So I just wanted to see if it was different. It looks all the same, right? Like, I could change some of the tactic stuff here, but we're just going to say, let him take care of it. Did that? I'm gonna write that down as a potential bug. Pre-match briefing, hand over to goalkeeping coach. Nothing happens. Okay. End meeting. It didn't hand it over, so that surely is a bug. Or it could be that I don't have an assistant and it's not thinking you would hand it over to the oh, I don't want to play the reserves, but we'll do it. We'll take a look at the match engine just because. So, from a tactic standpoint, if you weren't here, we've just left it on the 4141 DMY direct counterattack that the game recommends, just to see what the game recommends. So the only change is we put Megichi on wingback as well to get us a little more up and down on the right side of the pitch. We get the anchor man. We get a ball winning midfielder. We're in a box to box. Although you'd think they might run into each other. Here, let's do this. Let's switch them back, but we'll just switch the sides. Okay. Somebody was asking, what's a no-nonsense center back? Main job of the no-nonsense center back is to stop the opposing players from attackers from playing and to clear the ball from day. It's essentially the defensive center back. They've just changed it to no-nonsense. I guess that makes sense. I'm not sure if we really needed that change, but we'll try it. We'll try it. Look at the depth of the squad. Oh my goodness, that is... Oh, it's asking me about the reserves. I want them practicing the same things. They don't even have... Do I have to pick their squad for them? I don't know what just happened. Oh, no. No. What did I do? Oh, I have to pick the quick pick. I don't care about that. Y'all figure it out. My reserve squad is full of great players. That's just great. So that's interesting. I guess it's because we don't have like a reserve coach, that I'm the coach and therefore I'm in charge of it. Yeah, there you go, that guy. Yep. I don't have a reserves coach, I think is the problem. All right, so let's take a look. This is the first time I was going to look at the 3D engine. You can see the faces. I don't see any regen faces yet. These are all actual human beings. We should try and encourage the team. So this is different. You can see the locker room. That's if Sterling's locker room looks like that. Nice. Have a good one. No one cares. So this looks very similar. Okay. I'm just going to... Looks very similar to... I can't remember if the hierarchy was there in the last edition of the game. But obviously you want your influential and highly influential players to be, you know, jazzed up. And... Oh, there's no option to let my assistant take care of it because I don't have an assistant. It's like, can you imagine? Can you imagine? You're in the Sterling locker room and you're like, all right, lads, let's go win a place in the team. Get out there. And they all go running out. And then you like slowly step into the reserves locker room like, all right, lads, let's go pull off an upset. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Oh, that's good. That is good. Okay, hold on. Let's do... we're doing extended highlights. Let's do... Let me look at the time here. Comprehensive... No, let's just do full match just for a little bit, just to see what it looks like. And then I'm going to have to figure out the speed, because I felt like FM18, the speed of, like, the passing and everything, like, was really slow. Like, that ball... It would move faster than that in real life, right? So, during highlights... Let's try slightly faster. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my washing machine taking off. It's cleared for takeoff on runway 23 right. I mean, I know it's low league football, but I feel like that would be faster. What do you all think? Okay, Watson, McDonald. These are the reserves. Callum Ferry catches it. Let me know what, if you want to see different camera angles or whatever, let me know in the chat. Oh, Jardine with the dirty tackle. You trying to take my spot, reserve player? I'm going to take you out. Ball too slow. Okay, so let's try speeding it up again. That looks more like it, I think. Let me know in the chat what you think. Long ball forward. No, doesn't work. This is essentially a variation of the 4-4-2 long ball, you know, that I've played in the past with low league teams. That is a long ball right there. Oh, McLaughlin gets taken out by McBroyd. Moon. Mar. Okay, that seems a little too fast to me. What? Let me know what you think. I mean, it definitely makes it go by a little bit faster, but let's check out, instead of director, for those of you that like the 2D, here's your 2D. Stewart, he's in on goal. Oh, he's not. Okay. Here's your 2D. Sideline. Is this where it's just going to slide this way? Yes. Moon. Long ball in. Jardine. McGeechee. Moon. Robertson. Oh, could have done better there. Cleared it. Marr clears it right back. Oh, long ball. He can't get to it. All right, that's sideline. Which one do you normally play with, or what did you play with in FM18? All right, a TV, please, Pegasus. There you go. There's the TV option. Take a look at it here for a little bit. Long ball. Darren Smith can't get to that. Come on, lads. So, okay, we're supposed to be playing slightly narrower. Stewart! Oh, he misses. I don't like how the TV, like, does this. Like, instead of, like, a more fluid... I don't know. Maybe I'm just remembering incorrectly. I think it used to just play on Director. The thing that was interesting with Director is a lot of times at like these low league stadiums, it would put you behind the lights. I don't know if that ever happened, like this here, and I'm like, why am I behind the lights? Surely there's a thing. Here's the behind the goal. which obviously you don't really... I don't know if I've ever played a match this way. I think that would get real confusing real quick. But that's what it looks like there. Robertson. McLaughlin. Yeah, I don't like that not a bit. I've used vertical scrolling on highlights. We won't do that there. Data analyst. So Patrick, you've done data analyst before. Fairy catches it. Nice. Yeah, Bob, a TV view would not be that high a camera angle at such a small stadium. They're using a drone. That's really what it is. But obviously, if you're trying to sort out a tactic and you're doing a full highlights, this is going to give you the ability to see like, okay, where's my line? My wingers, or my this is my wing back here, and that's my other wing back. Getting forward. These are that's my defensive midfielder. They're retreating. Okay, makes sense. Missed a tackle, but Allen comes and closes it down. Yeah, you can zoom, Patrick. Yep. He got a red, did he? Yeah, looks good. Okay. Straight red. Interesting. I've usually just done director. Reds are bugged, Samuel. Is that what you're reading online? I mean, that's yeah. That would. Take the shot, lad. Oh man. All right, hold on a second. You guys can still see that. Okay, good. Good. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna drop in the chat the link to my FM19 series trailer. Please go give that a look if you would at some point. You know, just load it in a separate tab. Don't leave the stream. Clears it over. Obviously, you can't zoom on the director. Okay, you can make all the stuff that was over here previously, like the make sub, like that little box, at least that's how I used it in FM18, is now up top. So you can change the tactic, you can change your mentality, you can change your team instructions on the go. Opposition instructions takes you straight there. I kind of like that. Oh, that was quite poor. We can shout. Okay, this looks all the same. Okay, you can shout at a specific player. Okay. I do want to take it to let's just do key highlights, because I want to see the screen that pops up in between, because obviously I'm not playing full matches like ever. Okay, so I really don't like this. I didn't like it in FM18. But can you change it to something more useful? Like, I like to look at their formation. I really like the DF11 skin that I used last season, because it would make this up in this part and very large. It would push this down. Like, I don't really need to see their subs condition, and like, I don't care about that. The match stats, can you not edit those? Like, please, can we please just edit those? That's disappointing. I like to see. Let's go back to full match. Okay. Match report? Nope. That's not what we want. Match stats. And you can customize it here, but like, why can't you customize it on the screen in between? That's what I don't understand. Because I usually do woodwork, half chances. Oh, that's interesting. Passes midfield. Again, headers 1. Let me know if you've read something about this. The headers one is completely useless if it includes defensive headers and doesn't tell you what your defensive versus attacking headers are. Like, I don't care that my center backs are winning all defensive headers in terms of crossing into the box. That doesn't make any sense. Long shots, I usually do that. And then pull this down. Scrunch it in. That'll work, I guess. And then let's just go to key highlights. See what happens. So what do y'all think? What do you think thus far of the game? I guess, you know what I should do? Now that they've got a man sent off, we should probably go more attacking. So let's come up with a new one. On the fly. It's fine. Let's go, like, we're gonna go route 1 attacking. Sure. That makes sense. You know what? Let's change it, actually. How do I... Can I kill this? Clear the slot. Create a new tactic. Let's go control, because like we have the man advantage here. We're still gonna do this, so we don't have to change our formation. Okay, so automatically create some of these. No. So the pressing forward is the new role that replaced the defensive forward. Okay. So we're going to go back to advance forward on attack. Put McLaughlin on attack. We're actually going to put Smith on attack as well. I mean, we should be able to do this, right? A little ball-winning midfielder on support here. You can play anchorman like you have been. That'll help us with that control mentality, or it's called positive now versus... So standard is now balanced. Control is now positive. Okay, that makes sense. So in possession, shorter passing, working into the box, slightly lower tempo. No, I'm gonna say I want a regular tempo. Okay, I don't want slightly higher. Why is it only slightly lower or slightly higher? Why can't I have middle of the road? We'll do the short passing so they have to run a lot. Again, this is against our reserves. It doesn't really matter. No problem, Rob. Have a good one. In transition, take short kicks to the center backs. I want to do fullbacks, not the center backs, just because I don't ever trust getting it to your center backs. We're going to counter press them. I like that this helps you kind of think through, okay, what do we want to do here? So we're going to do higher defensive line. Again, we've got the man advantage. We're going to attack, like, essentially. Attack. All right, so let's do that and confirm the changes. And we'll see if we can start creating some chances. Let's do our first shout. Concentrate. Boom. Let's go. They've had more shots than us. Okay, missed the slide tackle there that you were standing right next to him for, but Hamilton cleans it up. Darren Smith collects. Hoofs it long to McBride. Not Brian McBride. That'd be incredible. Opposite of positive is Mourinho. Oh, man. Yeah, why isn't that a preset tactical option? Or is that the park the bus? Is that the Mourinho? Back to Moon. We're recycling possession nicely. You can kind of see the triangle here with our 4-2-3-1. This seems too fast to me. But the other one doesn't seem fast enough. And it doesn't matter because we finally scored. Yeah, I'm the tactician right now for the reserves. Here's the highlight. I guess you could change... Okay, for this, let's do behind goal. So just like you could in FM18, you can change the camera, all that kind of stuff for your regular highlights versus the goal. Oh, this is kind of different. Highlights that 7.2. I'm assuming it's because it's a good one, not because necessarily he scored. We'll have to see if we score another goal. Willie Robertson. He retired from football, came back for like part of the season, and retired again for work commitments. That's good in real life. Ball speed seems okay, but player movement too fast. On the previous setting, Anders? So let's just look at this. So is the 7.2 because he's the highest rating on the team? No, because this one doesn't have a high. Is it because he scored? It's surely. Or is he having a good game? Like, I don't know what this means. Other than maybe he scored a goal. But you'd think the assist might get something there as well. Okay, ball speed seems okay, but player movement too fast. Well, I dropped it down. I kind of feel like now the player movement is correct, but the ball speed is a little off. We'll just have to keep tabs on it. Smith! First free kick. That actually looked like a legitimate free kick. I mean, I know it didn't go in, but it wasn't like into the 30th row, so I think that's an improvement. You know what? I thought I had sounds are supposed to be on. I'm not hearing any sounds. Are you hearing sounds? I mean, I'm hearing the kick and pass. I guess there's no crowd there because it's a internal one. All right, same thing. Locker room. They're man down. We can get a result here. Show me why you should be in the team. Yeah. Off we go. We could still get a result here because I think that's hilarious that I'm the reserves. We don't really need a reserves manager, to be honest with you. We need an assistant manager, and I'll just give him the duties. Like, we have 5 players on the reserve team, so you know, like, it kind of is what it is. Any journeyman planned series for FM19 Asia, South America? Not for my first series. My first series I linked it above, or sorry, in the chat, I guess. So I guess for you, that's over there-ish. Somewhere over there, wherever you're seeing the chat, is the link to my trailer for FM19. So go give that a watch if you haven't. And make sure you hit the like button on that. Come on, Darren Smith. I'm definitely open to doing. People have done journeymans a lot, so I don't want to. I'm not going to start with that. I have a different plan for what we're starting with. That's in kind of hinted at in the trailer. I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna record a little bit this weekend. Hope to have. Oh, he's had a fluff at that penalty with no whistle. Okay, interesting. And then I'm going to try and get the first real episode of the first series out. Hopefully by Monday. Here's my take. Obviously, lots of people got to go. Oh, gosh, we got a 5.7. Let's wait till in between the next highlight. I want to go look at that 5.7, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts about making series and stuff like that. McLaughlin. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Smith. Lovely build up. Oh, it goes over his man. Oh! Oh, man. That was amazing. Okay, let's just go. Okay, so it's highlighting. That's a nice change, right? Like, you get, if they're doing well, if they're over a 7.1 or 2, I guess, it starts to color their rating. Obviously, 5.7 looking disinterested, having a mare of a game because they missed the penalty. Same thing here. If you're playing really poorly, it's making that very visual to you. Again, I'm thinking that's more for new players because obviously I know a 5.7 is not good. But you know, you're like, oh, it kind of catches your eye. So let's make a sub, shall we? Kevin Fell's our youngster. We're going to bring him in. And the tactical change will take effect in the next break and play. Seems fair. So my thoughts on, in general, content creation is, I live in America. I didn't get invited to the FM19 capture event. I'm not upset about that. I live in America. That's an expensive plane ticket. I've only got 4,000 subscribers or whatever. I'm working towards being one of those guys that they, in the future, say, that guy, it's worth paying for a plane ticket. Let's fly him all the way across the pond. But it does definitely give an advantage to the people that were there, right? They recorded alpha gameplay, and so like they've got a bunch of videos up. So if you're searching Football Manager 2019 in YouTube, those guys are going to pop up because they had videos up on Tuesday or whatever, right? While the rest of us didn't have that opportunity. Which, again, I'm not complaining. I get it. Like, Football Manager is doing a much better job in integrating other content creators and bringing more people in. They had the Creators Cup and all that kind of stuff. So I like what they're doing. And that's another penalty without a whistle. So I'm going to mark that down. 2 penalties, no whistle in my bug report log here. So, okay, if you're not going to be first on YouTube for FM19 in the searches, well, then what can you do? And I think the next obvious thing is to have really good content, which isn't to say those guys that got to go early don't have good content. That's kind of why they got to be there. They've got really good content. But I'm gonna go a more narrative focused save to start FM19, because I feel like a lot of people play the game, but they're just playing the game. Like, that's why I have zero interest in just loading up with Arsenal and seeing if I can do better with Arsenal. I don't think it's very interesting from a narrative standpoint. So that's what... Oh, McLaughlin takes his man out. And is he going to get a red? Let's look. It's a red! Okay, the Reds are aggressive, apparently. Just leave it. That's fine. But, so, I look at it like, hey, I'm going to try and be more interesting. Like, the whole reason I bought that camera that I bought, thanks to my patrons on Patreon, is so I could do more cinematic stuff, more storytelling stuff. So that's what that trailer that I'm linking in the chat is all about. I want to make it interesting. I want to make it something that you laugh at and you're like, oh, well, that's different than just throwing up a fancy thumbnail and just playing the game. So I know that's not going to appeal to everybody, but it appeals to the audience that I want to cultivate, I guess, is my point. And so I'm really thankful. I've got whatever it is, 34 people on Patreon that are supporting me. They enabled me to buy that camera and all that kind of stuff. So I've got my LLC set up. I'm getting a business bank account next week. We're kind of moving forward from a business standpoint, but that's my take on different, like, you can do different ways. Why is it waiting for next highlight? To do content. And that's my take on doing content. So hopefully that makes sense. And again, to be clear, I'm not trying to slag off any of the people that got to go to the event with Sports Interactive. But that's totally awesome. It's just one of those things where you kind of go like, okay, well, if I can't get first mover advantage, how do I make up for that advantage? And I'm going to try to be entertaining in other ways. Full time still says waiting for next highlight on screen. Okay. Can you see tackles, passes, and so on during the game instead of average rating? Anders. Like up here from a match stat standpoint? I think you can add it to that one match stats that shows during the highlights. It was an option, but not here. And that's what I don't understand, is why can't I see more match stats here? I do not like that one bit. That's just me. All right. I'm pleased. They're liking it. Great. You could see the halftime full. Again, I do like that it highlights that for you. That makes it stand out. So you kind of catches your eye. Like, oh, I should probably, if I didn't get my influential player Ross McGeechee to say like he was happy, then I really need to point out, hey, he had a great game. Something like that. Now we'll go to the next locker room and say, It was just one of those days. Oh yeah, they're loving it. They're loving it. Maybe try putting the stats in a different column with more space. Of course, I've already clicked through. I just saw that, Craig. That's a good shout. We'll try that. Okay. Staff, responsibilities, reserves. But okay. There we go. There we go. Let the reserves coach take charge of the friendlies. So now, let's go back to our selection info screen here. It's going to show how exhausted they are. So we can go to our training. And okay, so if they're under 15, this is something that I would change. If they're that in that poor shape, I don't think I would have them play. It's like give them a day of rest and then bring them back for normal intensity. If they're greater than 90%, we'll give them double intensity. It's preseason. Jellico, it's a skin issue. The size of the box limits which you can see. Yeah, that's what I figured. I just think it's not very useful as a standard look, which is one of those things I just don't understand why they don't change it. That's why I use the DF11. Like, that is the only reason, really, I used the DF11 skin last season, is to get the much larger match stats on the stuff in between. So I'm not gonna do anything with these players and see if it rests them and they're like how that works. We got a game in 4 days. So does it show that they're resting anywhere? Or you just kind of have to assume? Or is that another column that I'm missing? Like if you got them loaned out and all that kind of stuff, wouldn't that be a column? And if so, what would that column be? Does anybody know in the chat? What would that be called? Scouting, no. Squad, position. Player status. Yes. Right? But it doesn't need to be that large. And then it's shrunk that. And I don't care about their roll ability. What are you talking about? That's not even the same thing. Okay. Okay. What is this? INF. Okay. Information. Player status. Okay. So if they were resting, theoretically, that would be a different, like that would be yellow, right? Let's just try it. Let me just manually rest Danny Jardine. Rest for 1 day. Okay. So I guess it must have rested them because how I have it set up is 60 to 69% is normal intensity. But it didn't show the ones that were under 59%. So I'd have to play around with that. Right click auto size column. I tried that. We've already tried that. I guess it spaces it out. I don't know if I like that better, but I guess it's better than the giant gap. I'll fill this in when I get all my other things in there. I usually put way too much stuff on the squad screen anyway. Match prep. Darren Barr should be a backup. Okay. At first glance, I think the training is a little overwhelming, if I'm being completely honest with you. And I don't know why it doesn't show it up here, but it shows it in between. But like all the different sessions, like I could see how that would be really, really useful and immersive. And I have a first session, a second session, and an extra session, and blah, 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 blah. But like at first, it's like that's a lot. Mike, have a good one. Good luck in the meeting. Homegrown. All this is the same. Training week in review. Okay, this is new. So we did one session. Okay, it's showing you the sessions that you did. You did 3 physical sessions. That should probably not default to dark gray. That's going to go in the bug report. Training weekend review, because it just looks blank, right? On dark skin, 3 physical and 1 match prep. Physical is same color as dark skin. You took one look at the training and left it to the assistant. Angelica. Okay. So is a 6.85. I guess it's on the same rating scale, or is it like up to a 10, but usually like a 7 is good? So our best was Rosmigici. I do want to go back to the staff responsibilities in terms of overall, and we'll look at the training. And we'll... Right now, it's going to be our goalkeeping coach, because he's running that. I don't have to change anything. Reserves. So that's okay. That extracurricular. Okay. So I like this because it's kind of giving you those reports of here's who's doing well in training, here's who's not. Like Neil Watt. Let's say Neil Watt is my apparently 2.5 to 3.5 star stud 16-year-old. Well, I could have a team or a chat with him and say, hey mate, like, can you do that from here? Speak about praise player conduct. Or you think if you had a 7.2 on training, you should be able to say like great job in training, but that type of thing. And maybe that has a long-term effect. I don't know. All right, since we're going to be playing an actual team, we're going to go... This is our cautious... Which one? I wish it would tell you, because it says custom tactical style. I think this is the first one that we set up, which was Route 1. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Right. I'm just getting used to what this looks like. I don't like this is that I have to scroll this. Can I auto size these columns? I don't like that you have to scroll that. I wish I could resize this box here. I mean, you could do this, but that doesn't really help you now, does it? Not a fan. I mean, okay, they switched this from the right side to the left side, but I don't like that you have to scroll over to see like their stuff. Okay, I'm just checking this here. Sure. Why is this blank? Because he's unconvincing? Or let the goalkeeper coach handle it? We've moved the 2022 World Cup to Australia. Fair enough. Okay, there's a praise button if it's over 7.5 on training. Okay, and a criticize button if it's very bad. Samuel, do you know what like the rating has to be for it to be very bad? Like we had some 5s in there. That to me seems very bad, but what do I know? We'll take Jason Marr out and put Darren Barr because they sound the same. This was a thing, okay, that box that popped up right there, I would always, not always, but very often in FM18, I would get this and then it wouldn't go away. I don't know if that happened to anybody else. But we'll rotate here. We're at 90-something percent. That's fine, I guess. We'll try it. Here's another game, my friends. They're playing a 3-4-3, or apparently a 5-2-3 wingback. That seems a tad aggressive, lads. Have a good one tonight. They don't care. Oh, those guys care. And we're gonna do, we'll do comprehensive highlights. Let's try that. Okay. That looks like a 3-4-3 on the formation screen. I'm just saying. Barr collects it. Nice. Okay, that's fine. Just run away from. We're playing really compact on defense. This is the route 1 tactic we set up. So on defense we're narrower, so they only get the one striker. That's going to give some space to their wingers and their wing backs, but they've got to cross it to somebody, I think is kind of my thinking here. Long balls it to no one. All right, let's. If it goes to the next screen, let's pause. Okay, so it was that Craig said try changing like this to match stats. I can't do that. It won't let me. I could change this, but that it doesn't. Like I wish it was like match stats 1 and 2. Like give me more match stats. I don't even know what this was called. Action zones? Nope. Focus of attacks? Sure. So that's just a glaring issue for me personally with the standard skin. I just want more stats. I really appreciate that. We've had 30 plus people here the entire time, so thank you for watching. He's got a bruised thigh. Oh, he's still there. That's interesting. Get on the pitch, mate. Let him on, ref. Oh, they've. Oh, League 2 finishing. Let's see how he does. How's he get on? Okay, guys, someone has to chase. The 4 of you ran away from the ball. No problem, Patrick. Skelly. That's a name. McLaughlin with the bruised thigh gets in there, pings it up to Mark Stewart, who's all on his lonesome. He's waiting for support. He's got some support, but doesn't even attempt to get it to him. Lovely. Jellicoe, all right, still listening at work. Excellente. They've dominated possession. We are playing, I guess, more cautious, so that would make sense. Okay, cautious is the new counter. Okay, McGeechee getting forward, that wingback heavy touch from the captain. Jardine to Robertson, pings it. Ooh. We're doing all right. Let's go with an early encourage. Come on, lads. Campbell. That was like, that's the second free kick we've seen, and that one looked like an actual one too. We had to block that one. Unbelievable. One of my big concerns, have they fixed the goalkeepers randomly turning around and looking into the crowd? I certainly hope so. I wish I could like grab this and make it bigger. Dinks it forward. Robertson tries to get to Stewart. Okay, they had an injury. Did they play it out because of the injury? Ha! McLaughlin. The ball. Did you see the ball curve there? There was like some swerve on that. That's an improvement. Right? Did you guys see that? It was like it or from your perspective, it was like this. Like a C shape. Moon, the anchor man, to Stewart, pings it in. Nobody there. I mean, there, but it was headed away. Let's collect it, boys. They've had a half chance. We've done nothing. Barr, Jardine, Robertson, Stewart. Oh, taken down. Hamilton. Awkward looking header, but he gets it done. Oh, he's offside. Yeah, the swerve is new, Jellicoe. Okay. Like, I was like, is that my eyes, or is that actually happening? It looks to be actually happening. Anthony and Dix, that's hilarious. You guys both went at the same time. So, the last 2 days I was up in the mountains with my family, getting out in nature, doing some hiking and all that kind of stuff. Last night, get home, trying to get the kid, it's like already past bedtime for my 5-year-old and 2-year-old, and we're kind of in meltdown mode. That was a nice cutback pass there that we intercepted. Trying to get everything put together. My 2-year-old is in like full meltdown mode, like losing her mind, and I went to grab her probably a little too quickly out of her crib. Like I went to like pick her up to kind of get her attention, and as I went like this, I got, I think, the crib or something, and I thought I dislocated my finger. Like it was supposed, like your finger's supposed to be like this, if you can see it, and it's like just this tip here is at like a 45-degree angle, but the rest of the finger is flat. And I was like, oh, that's bad, because I've never had like a hand injury or anything like that. And so I thought it was dislocated, but I can move it and like I can flatten it out, and it doesn't hurt to flatten it out. And I can twist it and I can make a fist with it. So if it were broken or dislocated, my understanding is I would be like, ah, that hurts. And so instead, it's called, at least over here, it's called a jam. So essentially I just like jammed it like I would if I was trying to catch a basketball and caught it wrong. And it's that knuck or that joint at the end of your finger is swollen up a little bit. So that's a good time. It's a great way to end the trip, come back in, trying to get everything sorted out, and then injure yourself. It's like, you gotta be... honestly, I was like, if this is dislocated and I have to go to ER and I'm not able to stream or record FM tomorrow, I'm gonna be really mad. Like, that was my first concern. It wasn't even for my finger. It was for my ability to record and get stuff done. But look at that. Look how many people we had back. Yep, stub finger out 1 to 3 days. Yep. I did have the assistant manager ask if I'd like to get an injection, but then I'd be out for 3 weeks. And I said no. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to link it again. That's the trailer for my series. I just dropped it in the chat. So I'm going to pop this back up to, I guess, key highlights. We'll take it from there. And if you've watched that series, make sure you hit the like button. We're up to 87 likes. That's absolutely nutty. We are going to have some experiments on the channel. I want the game to come out like in whatever, November 2nd before doing anything like that, because I'm afraid of stuff breaking. Tiago, thank you so much for the kind words. Daniel, how you doing? You'd be seeing sound and hearing color. The injection with the team talks could be brilliant. Look at the curve! Oh! Oh, that curve of the ball is delicious. Daniel, go watch the... I just linked it. I don't know if you just joined, so I'll link it again, because I have no idea how chat works in YouTube, if you can scroll up and see it. That's the trailer to my first series for FM19. It is not going to be a journeyman. It'll make sense after I get the first couple episodes out, so... bear with me on that. Make sure you hit the notification bell if you're subscribed so you get notified when it comes out. But you'll see where we're going at. After that series, however long that takes, I'm not opposed to doing a journeyman, but I didn't want to start off with a journeyman again. This what we're doing here is just, I'm playing with Sterling Albion because I like Sterling Albion, and wanted to see all the stuff on the game before I started recording for my series. Yeah, Anthony, you're right. On the free kicks, apparently there's another penalty, no whistle. I didn't even see it. That's a heck of a free, or not a free kick, a penalty. The foam on the grass on the free kicks, that is a nice touch. Is this the best FM ever release? I mean, to be completely honest with you, Tiago, I've only been around, this is my second FM release. I picked up FM17 like in the summer, as it was kind of coming to an end. And then for FM18, I was around. So there seems like there should be something here. That's a lot of empty space. I like it thus far. I think it's a lot of changes, but I think the changes are all very good. You're losing all the key battles. Show me why you should be in the team. Okay, this all looks normal. We're going to take McLaughlin out, though. And since I don't know the team, we have no one that can play over there. Excellent. We are lacking, my friends. You could kind of play over there. Right-footed. Can Darren Smith? Sure. We're going to mix it up. I like that animation. That's new, I think. I don't think it animated like that in FM18. Put him on attack, and then we're going to bring in Doherty. Or is it Doherty or Doherty? Kaiserslautern is in the third Bundesliga, Eduardo, and my understanding is that's not in the game. But I have not checked, so we should probably check that. Anthony, why did I pick up FM17? Honestly, I wish I could tell you. I have no idea why I picked up FM17. I was looking for a new game. I was kind of tired of I played a lot of Dota 2 and wasn't very good at it. And so I was like, well, let's try something else. So we're going to make 2 subs at halftime, my friends. And we're just going to put him on Poacher. But I started watching, I want to say I started watching Loki Doki on his Journeyman with Cardiff Met Uni, and I don't even remember how I found that, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I was traveling a lot for work, and I would watch it at night. It kind of kept me company when my family couldn't FaceTime because they were in bed and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I think I could do that. Like, that looks entertaining and fun. Like, that's a new way to kind of stretch yourself creatively. Let's try that. That was different. It disappeared here. It said fired up by the feedback, and now it's gone. But, you know, we're going to have to come off of our cautious, I think. So let's go here. Let's go here, actually, and go... We'll just switch it to the other one that we had, I guess. Sure. Got to get used to the tactics. Have you ever thought about doing a video with Loki on Draft? I've never played Draft. I should probably get more familiar with it. We are not real. I mean, we're creating chances is the thing. Or actually, I don't know if we're creating chances because it's not here. But we're having shots. Let's make one last sub, I guess. I'm still getting used to the fact, like, the sub button's up here. So I can make a quick sub. I just have to get used to where it's at. And Lee Hamilton. No one is playing well. We're going to bring in the young lad, Brian. His game doesn't really matter. Brian Hendry, our youth prospect, is coming in. All right, so you guys kind of had, somebody had a similar experience. You bought FM17 before FM18. You played Motorsport Manager. I've done that as well. Okay, we're going to change what we're doing here and go attacking. And in possession. No, out of possession. Let's do a higher line of engagement. Just try that. Ish. Thing. Demand more. Focused after the feedback. Okay, so you're actually seeing an adjustment based on your shout. I like that. And we've done diddly squat. Diddly squat. Let's try working the ball in the box. I feel like that's something you always have to have on, but we'll have to see how this FM plays out. Tiago, I have not tried the Portuguese league. Darren Smith is on 6.0. That's lovely. Ending highlight, I guess. Smith, Moon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, Daniel, there are databases that you can download that people create on like FM Scout. What is it? Sorts it out or sort it out. And Passion 4 FM, so you can download databases there. You got to be careful with custom databases, though. That was my experience in FM18. You download a database that's not optimized well, and then stuff breaks. So you kind of have to make sure it's like it's been out and highly rated and all that kind of stuff. You all played bad. Okay, great. Sorted out SI. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Well, that was garbage. Bruce thigh. We got our first injury. Let's take a look at the medical center. Okay, we just finished the game, so lots of people at high injury risk. Slams the team. Dynamics looks to be the same. Where is the mentoring groups? That's interesting. I'm just gonna let's see what the assistant comes up with. So we've got Darren Smith, who's 30, and he's mentoring McLaughlin, Fell, and Doherty. So they could pick up beating offside trap, plays 1-2s, avoid using weaker foot. I guess his determination is 11. Is that going to influence them? 8, 8, and a 3. Okay, I've not tried this, so let's just take a look at it here. I guess that has replaced tutoring. Is anybody up to speed on this? Because usually there's like the tutoring button here, but I guess now, sorry, the mentoring groups is taking over the tutoring. He just wants 1. Okay. If we go back here, determination 15. I like that. So we could have him tutor. Kevin Moon could tutor some other players. Right? Why wouldn't you do that? So we'll do it manually. Okay, hold on. Mentoring group 1. Let's call this Defenders. Oh, no. Okay, add player. So add Kevin Moon. Hold on. I need to go see who he could mentor. Yes, Jordan Allen is a 2. That's a go. Lee Hamilton is a 6. Jordan Allen and Lee Hamilton. Lee Hamilton is a highly influential player, so how's that going to work? Jeremy and Old Lady Plays welcome in. So does anybody know how that works? So Kevin Moon, I want him being like the leader. He's got 15 determination, but because Lee Hamilton is a highly influential player, is his 6 determination going to negatively influence Kevin Moon and Jordan Allen? Because if that's the case, then I don't want Lee Hamilton in the group. I want Kevin Moon in charge. And I have to find another player that they can add in that's more defensive. Yikes. Danny Jardine is really not a defensive player, but we might throw him in there. Oh, Brian Hendry. Sorry. Keep clicking the wrong button there. Although he's fairly professional. Are we going to ruin him? He's got average influence. We're going to leave it. I don't know how this is going to work. Because, like, it's not like I could say, okay, up here, Darren Smith is in charge. And so his professionalism, his higher determination is going to influence the others. It seems like there's other factors involved. Anthony, I know a journeyman is not on the horizon for now, but what is more appealing at this moment, a journeyman or take a club from the lowest to highest tier? You're going to have to wait to see, Anthony. If you let them work for a bit, the coaches will suggest more people to add or drop from the mentoring group. Okay. Old Lady Place, thank you for that. We're learning as we go here. And so if you are just joining us, I have, okay, on the rest, I've got them not doing anything if they're under 59%, which we don't have anybody. I'm going to do half intensity for, I just want to see if it changes the over here, because it doesn't show them actually rusting. So Neil McLaughlin is out for 4 days. Our next match is against Peterborough in a friendly, which we are probably just going to cancel because the Betfred Cup is after that. So let's do a Betfred Cup game. Just see what that looks like. That was my garage door. My wife took my kids to the park, and they are coming back. So they may burst in here any moment. Loki freaking Doki! How you doing, mate? No purple, no party. Jeremy, is there a USL or an NASL relatively close to where I live? There is a horrifically run NPSL team that I have offered to help, like, do social media and help promote. Had a meeting with them and never heard back. So that's good. Mark Kelly's available. He's offering his services. Thanks, Mark. So essentially, okay, player. Okay, interesting. Is this new? Could you do a list in FM19? Because I never did. I'm just going to offer him a trial. Oh, Sam, can you play left back? Oh, Sam, how you doing, baby? Come on now. Everyone, come on down to Sterling Albion. I wish it would let you change the length of the trial you offer, like as the default. I like to do like really long trials. I don't know if that's changed in FM18 to where it makes them more likely to sign with you because they've been there a long time, but I wish the default wasn't just a week. Okay, forward for Mark Kelly. Lots of green because he's now getting trained. Jack Whitaker looks to be Turdage. Sam is probably our new backup left back, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. And new as in we don't have one. Right. Okay, Cammy Robertson can be offered a contract, but he's not very good, so we're not gonna do that. I really think this is a poor choice of color. That's definitely going on my bug report. Like, that is really hard to see that that's a different color. You could have picked any other color. And maybe that's a preferences thing. Maybe we should go check before I put that in as a bug report. But it seems like, yeah, that's not in there. That should automatically not be the same color as the background, or like a slightly lighter version of the same color as the background. Yeah, let's try criticizing Lee Hamilton. A little box appears here. I need to buck my ideas up. All right. He took it. I'm not going to praise a 6.7. That's quite bad. I am going to praise a 725 from, is Justin Watson even an actual player? Yes, he is. I'm going to praise him. I'm not sure how well I've trained myself. Well, mate, you got a 725. And you're on a 5. Oh, that's... I'm curious if that actually changes anything. You're not going to get anything for a 715. Jeremy, we just tried it. That's hilarious. Yeah, because obviously the delay. Yeah, exactly. Olay plays. Like we've had 30 people since we started. So if you're new here, subscribe. Hi, check out the trailer. I'm going to link it one more time in the comments. Don't watch it now. You don't need to watch it now. You can watch it later. Just open it in a separate tab. Hit pause. Okay, automatic save. What does everybody think of the purple? I mean, obviously, Loki is no purple, no party. I just think the purple makes it hard to read the attributes. Craig, if a player wants to leave and you don't let them, then apparently they'll start to train poorly in a strup. Gotcha. That's interesting. The Rangers reserves. I mean, everybody's going to get a trial offer. That's how I look at this. Preseason was Sterling up. Okay, we actually have a report. Could be a League One player in the future. Would be a good signing. Can he play? Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, look at the... Oh. You're saying that's a good signing. That's interesting. I have not signed any staff, Jeremy. I have ads out for staffs. Okay, accept. Chris Smith. We're just going to let that kind of play out. Lots of trials. Because our depth, if you haven't noticed it, because if you just joined, this is our depth. I mean, we can't even fill out 7 subs. It's not ideal, you could say. And our reserves team it looks like that. And there's our U18s. All right. Although this guy looks, in the words of the Loki Doki, fruity in comparison. Just to look at the current and potential ability. Now our scout, we don't even have a chief scout. We just have a scout. Is probably really poor at scouting. So let's go take a look at that, I guess. I mean, a 6 and a 6. It's okay. Budget room. Let's take a look at that. 22 grand in the transfer budget. We've got 600 in wages. And if you haven't seen this, you can drag and drop this. I don't know why you would, but you can. I'm going to leave it how it has been standardized normally. But I think that's kind of interesting. Okay, in League 2, you're asking how many subs can you have? I thought it was 7 subs named, max 3 used. And you can't have more than 2 players who are on trial. But that's a different colored background. Okay. Curious. We're just bringing him on trial. If that's the only type of... I don't like that question. That's the same question as last season. Like, ask it a different way, change it somehow, but don't give me the exact same thing every time. Oh my. I could play 2 trialists in league games, Jeremy. 10 and a 9. I mean, that's probably our guy right there. Michael McWilliams, 988. This is how I hire staff. I don't know about you. I just look at the key attributes that I'm looking for. That's probably wrong. Like, I should probably look at their professionalism and all that kind of stuff, but I don't. 1277. Is that him? 1176. Connor Ross, 966. Yep, Michael McWilliams. Come on down. All right, this is the first time we've done this. Let's take a look. A whopping 45 a week, mate. Let's try it. Oh, that's what he's asking for. Done. Ooh. Bargain. I'm going to stop the advert. I'm just glad I can hold my mouse, man. I was worried last night. Physio. 6. That's bad. 6. 9. You know, I wish it would give you the option, and maybe it is, so I'm gonna ask if this is an option that I just don't know about. Like, show me the key attribute here. That would make selecting one of these much faster. Like, Jack is a 9. He's the leader in the clubhouse. Gordon Cameron, Ricky Hill, David Chalmers, Ryan 5'7", Mark Fridge. What a name. I'm sorry, it's probably a real person. Jack. Oh, mate, you want 55. Can we do 45? 50. Can you do 45? We're nearly there. I know we're nearly there. Yes! Just like an FM18. You just wear them down. Stop the advert. All right, this is important. All right, Craig, see you later. Hovered over the circle I. Oh, well, that is more convenient. You just taught me something, Anthony. Patrick, using my left hand. Yeah, that would not go well. All right, assistant coach. 758. 556. Oh, it's so bad. It's almost better not to have one. David Davis. He's Irish. 767. That might be the best one. 1 on man management. Nope. 586. 976. Paddy O'Hagan. It's pretty good. Okay. I think we're gonna hire the Irish guy. Oh wait, was there 2 Irish guys? No. Oh, now I've forgotten them all. I like the judging player. That's kind of important. So we're gonna go with Paddy O'Hagan or O'Hagan. I don't know which one it is. 130 a week, mate. Wow, goodness. Let's come down a bit on that, lad. You couldn't possibly accept those turns. What about 110? Fine, whatever. Here we go. Here we go, my friends. Why is it asking me to click the social feed? So I could see how everyone thought we should have won the game against Montrose. Excellent. Oh. What? Why? Did my players all of a sudden forget how to play? It wasn't like that at the beginning. I don't think. None of these guys are eligible. Excellent. We're just going to stick with the starting lineup. Loki, if you're still here, do you have your view uploaded to the Steam Workshop yet? Because I've love you if you have done that. Just the thing that I'm going to say. We're going to try the counter, I think. I think that suits us. We're going to let our goalkeeper coach handle the briefing. I like the 7.7 from the youngster. 16-year-old sees his opportunity. Let's praise him. If you don't think you've done very well, good job. I'm not going to criticize our goalkeeper. He gets a pass. Let's get to the game. All right. Got the scout taken care of for the chief scout. Match preview. Okay, now, because we've not had an actual game, it's been friendlies. Let's just take a look at this, see if anything is different. Okay, 1 to 2 odds, 1 to 2. That looks accurate. That's what the kit I have looks like. Looks all the same. I'm not seeing drastic differences. I don't. Okay, you switched it. I kind of wish you hadn't. I wish I could like drag and drop this over there, but I wish I could see the other stuff on the right. But whatever. Yes, everyone's exhausted and not match sharp. There's no Steam Workshop for FM19. Really? Is it because it hasn't officially come out? No regen faces. I was just looking. We should try to encourage the team. Let's show everybody how good we are. Let's go make a difference. No one's buying anything. Fancy. All right, for those of you that weren't here earlier, we'll do. This will be the last one I'll do because I'm going to grab some lunch here. We'll do comprehensive highlights. We're using director. I'm waiting for a skin to come out so I can change this. The ratings will become green or red, like they get surrounded by a little oval-shaped thing to kind of highlight who's playing really well or who's playing really poorly. Moon, Jardine, Robertson, long balls it. Mark Stewart, what a ball! That ball curved too. You see that curve? I'm excited about the curve. That ball was like doing, or from your perspective, doing one of those towards Stewart. I thought he was going to get one in there early. Back to Stewart on the corner. I thought I read that the corner routines are different, but I didn't see different options, so I'm not. If anybody knows about that, say something in the chat. McGeechee does enough to slow it down. Doesn't like completely whiffed on the ball, but offside. That's impressive. Well done. Apprehensive. Let's just do a little concentrate. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed? I guess we are, because 7 minutes in I said to concentrate? That's a different, like, that's a change. Geechee should have chested that down instead. They long ball it. And it curves out to the side. Overwhelmed by the feedback. Okay, so you can't do a 7-minute or an 8th-minute concentrate. Sorry, guys. So that's a change. We've had 3 fouls. Right. They're playing a classic 4-4-2. Darren Brownlee picks up a yellow. Just bring it down, McGeechee. Just bring it down, mate. Stewart to Moon. Curve on the ball. Oh, that's exciting. McLaughlin, Moon. Anthony. Anything going on? I need to do a video on why I'm not doing US soccer videos, but they're going to hire Greg Berhalter, who is the Columbus Crew coach, and oh, right down the middle, huh? That was pathetic, to be honest with you. And Greg Berhalter is a fine coach. He's fine. The Columbus Crew were this year, but you know, when your owner is threatening to move you to Austin and there's all kinds of disruption outside of the pitch, you know, okay, like that's gonna happen. Some people said he's done really well with very little. Okay, that sounds like the U.S. men's team. But if you've waited an entire year, actually more than a year, to hire an MLS coach, that to me is an abject failure. And people say like, well, you had the presidential election for the federation. Fair. Okay. You've still gone most of this year without a coach. Well, we were going to wait till after the World Cup. Okay. Well, that would indicate that you were going to hire someone that might have been at the World Cup. But you're not going to do that, obviously. Well, we had to wait for the general manager. Okay. So you sign a general manager. Well, he can't start until August 1st. Why? And so it's just been like delay and delay and delay. It's like more of the same. Expensive tickets to friendlies. Essentially, we've created away games on our home soil by putting like, hey, let's take on Colombia in an area where there's a bunch of Colombians and we'll sell tickets, but they're not American fans. And if you want to go, look at that curve. Then it's expensive. What U.S. Soccer should be doing, Mark Stewart, what U.S. Soccer should be doing is instead of having half-empty stadiums for friendlies and 2/3 of the stadium is decked out in the opposition colors, is they should go to all of the youth organizations nearby, even non-football related youth organizations, and be like, we will give you as many free tickets as you want, and fill out those stadiums with kids who go, oh, I didn't know this was a sport. Oh, I could do that. Wow, look at that. This is an exciting environment. Blah, 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 blah. And like, that's how you build that ball curved. That's how you build up the sport in the country. And instead, what they do is they price people out of games with really expensive tickets, but they know that Brazil fans and Colombian fans and stuff want to see their team, so they're going to go. They'll pay for the tickets. And you do it with a manager that is an interim manager for over a year. And it's just like, I just can't care. Like, it just can't care. Like, they did a sale on the U.S. Soccer Federation website for like gear. Like, hats were like $5 and t-shirts were like $10. And I would have been all over that. But I can't support the Federation right now based on how they're running things. I just can't do it. Patrick, I am a Liverpool and Sterling Albion fan. Sterling Albion because it was the first save I ever did on FM17 or 16. I think it was 17. Yeah, 17. And Liverpool because they play exciting football. And my son, when he was like 3 or 4, liked them because they had the name Pool in the title. So we're good. We're lucky we didn't get Blackpool or Hartlepool or anything like that. But it's worked out. If he had been a fan of West Brom Albion or said because he likes the word Albion, then I would have said no. 1, because they're not on TV a lot, and 2, like at least last season when they were playing whatever it was, 4-4-2, free kick, essentially what we're playing here with Sterling. It's not very exciting to watch versus Liverpool is like go 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 go. It's entertaining, so I like it. Oh, I was gonna test if you make a tactical change there on the corner if it kills the highlight. The soccer ball has made it, it's survived, my friends. Offside. Dobby. We've had a clear-cut chance. We've done what? Just kicked it out of bounds. Oh man. Played into the corner. It curves around. No! Back post! Fired up by the feedback, the encouragement we gave him. He was overwhelmed. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've played quite poor. 6.1. Again, if you haven't seen it, that 8.2 that's highlighted, that's one of the changes. Is it because we're just trying to dink it long and like we've only got one guy up top? Is that why our counterattacking isn't coming off? Okay, so they've subbed on. They've taken Dobby off. The goal scorer. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what do we do here? What kind of tactical adjustments? We're into the 50th minute, 51st minute. My goodness. You've been unlucky so far. Yes. Still applies. I just gonna leave it, I think. And I'm gonna get now we've seen, if you weren't here earlier to see the first couple of games, then you've seen you know, enough 3D, and you've seen that the ball curve, which is the exciting part. Punches it out. Okay, that's an interesting way of dealing with that. Darren Smith plays it up to no one. I think we're doing route one. At least I thought we were. In possession. We're doing more direct. Oh, hello. Back to the field. Okay, I guess one thing we could change, sorry, is instead of play for set pieces, let's try to hit the early crosses. You know, get that ball in there. That's okay. I wish this button down here existed when you weren't on this, because I'm like, wait, where's the confirm button? And it kind of confuses me. Willie Robertson to Neil McLaughlin. Oh, deflected. That was set up quite nicely. Oh. Darren Smith, chest it down, do something. That's our center back. And he's running away instead of going after that. We're going to take Stewart off if he's going to play 6.1. I'm just saying. He's down to a 6.0. We're going to use the... Oh, if you're new to the channel, every time I do that, you pause right at the beginning part of the highlight. It's $5. I don't know. I don't know who gets $5, but it's $5. Stewart. Let's test it. We're going to sub on the corner. Does it kill the highlight? Kevin Fell coming in. We're just going to put him on poacher because that's what he does best. Does it kill the highlight? No. All right. Changes. It falls. Oh, it's into the mixer. Kicks it into the first row. I do like the loft on the ball and the curve. I like that. I like it a lot, actually. We are not playing well, my friends. I think we're going to have to risk it and take the defensive midfielder off or just push our midfielders up. So let's see what we can do here. Moon, what can you do? Okay, you can do that. Jardine can push up and Robertson cannot. So Jardine can go here and Moon can go there. And support, I guess. And we'll put him on attack and we'll put him on advanced playmaker. Let's try it. Making tactical changes. They pick up a yellow. Here we go. I'm a little disappointed that what I thought were sliders is really just another way of changing the like I like the defensive line and the line of engagement as a slider, but some of the other ones it's just instead of having the little blocks that you would click for like close down sometimes or more or much more, is it looks like a slider but it's not a slider. But that's just me. Darren Smith, edge of the box with the foam. Oh, what a save. That's the third free kick we've seen now, and they've all been at least relatively close to being on frame. Like, they've not been all over the park. We do not have another left back. Like, not even in the least bit do we have another left back. So we're just going to have to do with what we've got, I guess. Good luck, my friends. Gonna demand more. Megichi focused. Okay, great. Oh, what a garbage pass that was. That was pretty bad right there, my friends. Who wants to... Doherty, come on in. And I mean, really, 5.8. We'll bring in the backup right back, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to the south, to be fair. I think they're at least one league above us, but I'm not actually confident on that now that I've said it. Let me know what you think of the game and the changes. Overall, I think it's an improvement. Like, some of this is just like quality of life improvements, like these green and red rating scores. We're gonna again, this is not a slide. It kind of works as a slider, but so we're gonna press them more. We're gonna get stuck in transition. We're gonna counter press. So just making some little tweaks here and there, just to see what happens. What are they selling the game on? What is the major change they try to push? If being honest, I think the major change is the Bundesliga. That's what that was in a lot of the marketing. It's where they did the announcement with Leverkusen, I believe it was. So, but it's kind of like, well, you could have gotten that with the database fixes that everybody knows how to do. I think the visuals, I agree with Patrick on the tactic screen, are something that they're changing. I didn't see anybody really talking about the 3D match engine with the curve of the ball, but again, I haven't tracked it nearly as much as other people. And then training. Yeah, Samuel, training is way different, much more in depth. I can see if you were oh, that was nervy. If you were, you know, if you play this yourself and you really just want to play one team and like really get into the nitty-gritty details, I think you've got a lot more opportunity to do that in terms of training and tactics and individual training and team training and all that kind of stuff. I think those are the big changes. So it is said that AI has improved, meaning more hard this year. What are your thoughts? This is the third preseason type game that I've played. I have no idea. We'll just kind of have to see moving forward. It's too early to tell. This is the first time I've loaded it up. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. So I just dropped the link to my FM19 trailer in the chat, wherever that's at for you. If you wouldn't mind to go watch that, hit the like button. If you're new around here, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We were the underdogs. Good effort. Everybody hates me. Lovely. I'm just being honest, guys. They're in the championship, okay? They're 2 leagues above us. What else are you expecting? Let's go look at the dynamics, and everybody hates me. Lovely stuff. So that's we're gonna wrap it up there for now. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I may pop back on later, I'm not sure. So again, that notification bell will notify you when I go live if that's the case. Thanks for coming around. Again, we've been at 30 plus people the entire time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all the chat. We had some good stuff going back and forth that you guys knew and gals knew stuff about the game that I didn't know. So I'm gonna keep playing along in the series and hopefully get familiar enough with it that I feel comfortable starting to record from my series that I linked the trailer for. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one.